Well, hello, and welcome back to the BackLog, and welcome back to the eye here on Citizen Sleeper. I did go ahead and get a +1 for Engineer, and I got this upgrade to here, Thrill Seeker, so there's a chance we'll gain energy after we engage. Always a good idea. So, let's go ahead, give ourselves a rest, end the cycle. Oh, I didn't realize this is possibly a +3 energy. Oh, man. That's pretty nice. Okay. Oh, good. We got a 1, we got a 2, a 6 and a 5 and a 4. Oh, this is great. This is, wow, we got a nice little run there. Missing the 3, but that's okay. We did get a second one here. We are 1 day away from being able to get some scrap over here. 1 day away from this happening. 2 days before he's going to give us more grief. Hopefully Fang can break our tracker before then. 1 day before that's operational. At some point we're going to have to start going up the free spoke. But I think we want to focus on the ambergris here. Because this will give us a 6 for sure. And it's an engineer, so we might get scrap. Let's do it. Boom. Try it. Come on, we got a 5. This has got to be. There we go. Oh, boy. All right, so we're 2 days away from the ship being ship-shape. Fantastic. All right. And let's see here. Do we... Okay, so I'm thinking if we spend a lot of money, we can go across the Founder's Gap. What's there in the data sphere? Some Yodigan agents. Might want to take on some Haven Ninja agents. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, that's right. 2 Haven Ninja data. Oh, it needs a 2. All right, so I don't know. I might spend this 1 elsewhere. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to come over here to the free spoke. Spoke climber +2. Spoke climber +2. 1, 2, 3. So I need 3 successful spoke climbers. Let's see, this is an Intuit, and this is an Engage. What are my abilities here? Engage. Chance to gain energy after an Engage action. Yeah, so let's do the Engage. So we might actually gain an energy. We did not. We did not, but we got 2 spoke climber. Good. Now we've got... Oh, wait, what's this? Midline Freight Hub? Oh, okay, so this is just like another area entirely. Ooh. Stealing shipments from Midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you're careful. Their systems can't be fooled for long. Random items? Okay. Okay. I have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun. Oh, that is fun. That is fun. All right. Now, I've got another 1. I think we should probably grab some data with it. So let's go grab some Yodigan data. Scudui! Ha! Yes. 1, 3, 3, 4, 5. No 6s, but that's okay. We got a +1 to pretty much everything. So 5s and 6s are pretty much the same. Ah, this guy, Yodigan. Yodigan's buddy. But first things first, we gotta talk to our good buddy Fang. It's been more than a few cycles since Fang confronted Harden, and the silence since has been noticeable. In your time with Fang, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put into action. But if it won't come to you, you think he... You think, as you approach the Heavenage building, then it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you're getting nervous. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open and light pouring out of the once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright floodlamps. A figure in Havenage security fatigues steps out of the bay as you get closer, carrying a stack of hardware. Approach. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up machines from Fang's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. You again. Hardin is there, leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely noticed him. He has a slate in his hand, an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable. Further evidence of Fang's collusions. You see another security officer come out of the bay and take notice of you. Where is he? Feigning ignorance, or perhaps just abandoned. Hardin shakes his head. I believe you should choose your conspirators more wisely. I almost feel sorry for you. Hardin pushes away from the wall and continues closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestures around at the stacks of hardware. Spying on fellow Havenage members, hoarding Solheim materials, an obsession with corporate data. It speaks for itself, does it not? That was his job. Yes, let's stay silent. Nothing to add? He looks up at the glass roof above and then stars beyond. We're the ones that provide the oxygen you're breathing, the light you're seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the Eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed. Not blind conviction or self-interest. Fang isn't selfish. I know all about the background of our mutual friend, Sleeper. Don't you worry about that. His parents would be sickened by the damage he's trying to do to the institution they helped found. You see, Sleeper, we're proud of our history here. Andre Erlin and the First Union founded this place, and Havenage has welded his values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hardworking, the just, the true citizens of the Edge. Havenage aren't a gang like Yatagan. We aren't pirates like half the spacers you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like those Hapya radicals in the Greenway. We're the backbone of this place, proud and true. We named Erlin's Eye, Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye. So please take your false accusations elsewhere before I decide I need that confession after all. History will catch up with you. I'm not afraid of history, Sleeper. We're making it here, cycle by cycle. He smiles. If you have any pride, you'll give up Fang the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Hardin turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue to clear out. As they do, something catches your eye. Among one of the server stacks, a crumpled hand-reprinted box of synthetic chewing gum. A penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card, and scrawled onto it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to timber." Take it. You carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, and then turn away, just as another stack of servers is wheeled out of the bay. What have you done, Fang? And where is timber? Oh no! Fang! Oh! I have a penguin box. Okay, good. I don't know where timber is. This will be finished next cycle. This will be finished next cycle. And we'll know how many monies do we need for that? Oh my. All right. I guess. Given what we have and what we're coming up against here, I'm guessing what we really need to do is spend all of buy some scrap. No, we're gonna earn some cryo. Gonna earn us some cryo. We're gonna get as much money as we can. Oh, hand in the gum box. Well, first, you feel stupid but the thing. And this is the only timbre you can input one Fang's gum box? Wait. Amber Tea House. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, that makes sense. Hold on. Yes. Oh, the choices. All right. Do it. Do it. I might need this 5 for somewhere. Neutral outcome. As you go to leave the Amber Tea House, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Fang hisses from behind you. How'd you find me? The penguin. Penguin? What are you? He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean? He mimes throwing gum in his mouth. I wasn't meant for you specifically, but he cringes. Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Fang guides you down a set of stairs to one of the Tamber's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Fang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth, itself fashioned from some old salvaged tank or container, lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Havenage types? I don't usually come out this far. Only you. Fang, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye. He grins. It doesn't bother me, though. It shows we had a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Why are you so calm? You know any reason I shouldn't be? He leans in, suddenly concerned, but then waves the idea away. Hold that thought. Let's order first. Fang is right. The menu's ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out, but the paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Fang doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe that Erlin would approve of this meritocratic garbage. He taps on the table. If Havenage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens. Besides, but I guess his kind run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up at the booth, a slate in her hands.
Your order?
You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Kelp infusion. She nods and notes it.
And you?
She begins looking to Fang, but when she sees him, she suddenly stops.
What the?
Fang shrinks a little.
You were supposed to be working. This is your shift.
He grins sheepishly. You work here? Fang waves you to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say that this is my break. My friend here's been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Nod. Fang also starts nodding. 2 minutes, says Jaina, pointing to Fang. And only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Fang stretches out in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, he leans in. This is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solnheim executive might be getting up to in the eye, these are the people we have to find. Fang is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end. And, well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out onto the table. I've set this up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, it'll mark them. Once they're marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first. Hence the moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh, no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own. And so far I've had no matches on this place. With 2 of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hangdog look. We need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residences as possible. And it turns out my friend Minji needs some help with deliveries. As in Minji Express?
So you already know him. Perfect.
Fang places a tiny receiver on the table.
This connects to my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of our targets. So all you have to do is make some delivery shifts for old Ming-Gi, and soon enough, we'll have the place covered.
Fang.
Don't give me that. You think like I'm working here? And I thought you could use the tips.
He grins.
We're in this together, right?
Right.
Okay then.
Fang slips his slate back under his clothes.
Just head on up to Ming-Ji Express. Take a delivery shift and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shift, so I shouldn't be hard to find.
Jenna walks past, carrying a tray of drinks, and sharply catches Fang's eye.
I don't think she's bringing you drink.
He stands.
I think it's time we call this meeting to a close.
He grabbed the receiver from the table and slipped it into a pocket.
See you soon, Sleeper. Stay safe.
Fang adds, before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he does. Okay, we've got a new drive. Oh my. All right, we better talk to this guy, Rabba. As you approach the address Rabba gave you, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder.
What's your business here?
The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants give you. As you turn to see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabba and Toshiro, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks.
Gia, please. The Sleeper is here by my invitation.
At Rabba's command, the hand immediately loosens, and an apologetic look replaces the scowl on Gia's face.
Of course, Rabba. I'm sorry.
Rabba waves her away.
Don't you worry. I appreciate your protective instincts.
She smiles at the enforcer.
How about you head to the timber? They have a delivery coming and they'll need some help with the lifting.
Gia nods and walks away.
So, Sleeper, you came. I'm glad.
I was curious.
Curious is good.
She smiles, a tight smile.
You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on this station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them.
I wish you no harm. Not yet.
I am glad.
Rabba begins walking and gesturing for you to walk with her. She takes you down a staircase to the bustling walkways at the low end.
What do you know about Yadagan?
You run the low end?
She laughs. That sounds impressive. We run out of the low end, yes, we don't run it.
People with carts push past, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passages.
Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We are framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals.
She gestures around the people in the passageway.
But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye, a policeman? Who makes the laws here?
Erland did.
Indeed. You understand the history then. That is good, but Erland is long dead. Sleeper.
And his rules were little more than an optimist's manifesto.
The eye has changed so much since then. If you had spent your time in the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erland's time. They didn't need to house thousands. And keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later when the refugees started arriving.
Rabba meets your eye.
The collapse didn't just happen here on this station. When Schonheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of ember and cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage. Some tried to hold it together. Some fled. The eye became a refuge, and Erland, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many within his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as they had hoped.
Rabba leads you through a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders.
Erland's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scattered, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yadagan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we're a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I have worked to earn it. Rabaya catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while, among the smells and textures of the low end. You start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where do I come into this? Rabaya smiles to herself and thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe that you understand the importance of a refugee. So I also believe that you wish to help keep this place safe. She exhales quietly. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I don't know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yatagan, an ex-corporate employee. It goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had her surgery, kept it supplied. That was all. But I can't allow people to go back on the promises they've made to us. Yatagan has not lasted this long because it is a charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. Many on the eye are, Sleeper. I'm sorry, but we must ask that our debts are paid in full. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape their debt. They would have said anything, but where are they now to stand behind their claims? I'll find them, as will we. You realize that Rabaya has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up a staircase to the walkway where you met. You are free to go, Sleeper. I've said what I wish to say. She looks out through the windows of the walkway. I would protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. She turns back. However, if you too wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You'll be able to see Yatagan, to see the low end with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she pauses to consider her words. I will not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabaya leaves, slipping back into her office, while you stare out at the countless units, each home, each with a story, that make up the low end. Oh, another drive. We've just got rid of all of our drives. All right, what do we do over here? Input dice. Oh, scrap components. Oh, +3 energy. Patrol the ward. Yatagan perform many roles from protection to logistics and everything in between. You never know what you may have to face on patrol. Oh, interesting. Oh. Oh. So if I do this, I'll get my energy back and possibly something else. 1. Wow. Wow, that's gonna take forever for them to trust me, which I suppose makes sense. I suppose that makes sense. All right, now let's do another one here. Let's do our 4 here. It's a bit risky, but it might pay off a little bit. Oh, and we got another energy. Nice. Oh, and we did lose an energy, so it came out in the wash. Nice. Huh. Should I do a 3 here? I'm gonna do a 3 here. -1 energy. We didn't get our energy back, but we did get another spoke climber. Cool. Did I find anything else? Oh, Paz, import, export. Import, export. I can sell the ship mind. Oh, no. I can buy a ship mind core for 300. I can sell a ship mind for 150. Or I can sell Matsuke caps for 80 cryo for 3. Oh my. But those are what, no, not caster. Those are what
No, okay, he wants gharial caps. Okay, so if I get a different kind of mushroom, I can come sell it for a lot. Oh my. Okay, all right, I've got a 1 and a 3. Let's go into the data vault. Yadigan, Havenage. Would be nice to get something more. Wait. So we get 15 cryo either way? Oh, I need to, yeah, okay, I need to come over here. That's what I need to do. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. 2 fangs targets, got some cryo. And let's do another one. Might not get a lot, but might get some. We didn't. Oh no, we lost an energy. That's a problem. And we didn't get any of Fang's targets. Ah, crud. All right, I'm gonna buy some of these, just so we're topped up a little, and then we take a nap. Very good. Very good. Okay, good round. Good round. Oh, whoa! 2 6s and 2 1s. Ha. Okay, kind of good, but all right, let's go talk to Ankita. Ankita is crouched in the compounding core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up. These jerks completely ruin the core's connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mine I ripped out won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs. Can we repair it? There's nothing to repair. We need an entire ship mine. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap freighter. She sighs. Fragments, maybe. Sections of a mine. But a complete ship mine? No way. Ankita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be. The space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low, curving seedling. Come on. Nothing be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of amber. Though, you could find the way back out yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout. All diagonal angles and bundled tubes. What do we do now? Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually you arrive in the galley, though it's hard to tell. Most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-striped components and welded hull patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. She starts out of nowhere. We need a new ship mine. I can salvage one. I like your confidence, Sleeper. Maybe if we check the ore exchange, or speak to some scrap dealers. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid, but hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you've put in on Amber, and I'm sure she would too, if she could. What I'm saying is if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Give me that ship mine, Sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. She sighs. Look, just get out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita a ship mine. Somehow. So, that was a lot. Oh, that was a lot. Hey, I've got good news. I just happen to have a ship mined. Skadooey. A ship mine? I mean, hi? Right? Ah, for crying out loud. So do I have to get a second ship mined? Ah, that's gonna take 120. Boo. Huh, the one I don't have a +1 on is the one I need to get haggle on prices. Okay, let's see. Disable your tracker, build a home, fix the ambergris. Get to know Emphas, hack harden this network, win a side rail ticket, work for Rabaya. Huh. Oh, wait, what's this? Ethan, cynical bounty hunter. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I won't be able to sleep until this is dealt with. All right. So, oh man, I was pretty sure this was gonna work. Boo! Well, I gotta ship my... It's right here. Boo. Boo. Well, give me some scrap. I can use no matter what it is. Okay, it's a ship mine fragment. Okay, cool. So that's enough. I could just... Hold on. One. Two. There, I got another ship mined. I'm getting really lucky with those ship mines. Hey, I did the thing. I did the thing we needed. You drop the huge cylinder into the mess room table. Nikita can't hide her excitement. Oh, we got the upgrade point. Cool. You drop the ship mine core into the galley table with emphatic bang. Nikita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Sleeper, how did you actually land a ship mine? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, crap, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where did you get it? Built it. Built it? Well, you are full of surprises. Ankita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The sleeper got you a new ship mined. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the ship mine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it up as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma's finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers. Nothing that exciting. Along with what looks like transit timetable. I found them. Found who? My crew. She points at a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Kidd. There was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the ship mine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. The Founder's Gap? That big rift in the station? You can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leans back on her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry. Old Mercs. Used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them in the Overlook, and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifest, and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground. She flexes. He won't get far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. So what now? Going after him? Not yet. First I want to fit the ship mine. She pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure, huh? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the waste no one will ever find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you.
All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. He'll have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing this is Merc work, I'll be happy to give you Merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left. So how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. What do you say? She meets your eye. Okay. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good, I owe you. She lifts the ship mind up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. I'm gonna go get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashton is hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. And Keita stomps off into the guts of Amber with the ship mind, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. So she's not coming with me? I'm not going with her? We're not going to leave the eye? I wanted to leave the eye because now I'll have to deal with this fellow. Yes. Okay. I'm kind of thinking... I do this one. And see what's here. Yeah. Let's do this one. Oh, I got a +1 energy. Okay, good. And I have completed... the Ascender car. What's this? Ascend to the hub? Oh. Well, yes. I've got the hub. Descender car, the hub, and the mainframe. Access the mainframe. Okay, we've got our ship mind. We might as well do it. Kill the killer. You slot Navigator and the clamps lock. The ship mind is stuck. How are you going to get him out of this thing? You slip into the cloud, as easy as blinking. Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light onto the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off, a rootless, branchless tree. Only the trunk remains. It's dead. Quiet, Navigator hisses. And then you see it. Like a blade in the dark, an edge slicing through the void, it glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. It's looking for us. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see now, it is not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head like a shark. It glides past, closer now, and you see into the voids where its eyes would be, should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It's blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move close to Navigator to talk. You saw it too, then. Killer has been blinded. You need to be careful. Correct. The protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. It may be unpredictable. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you. Its empty sockets open wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. Their orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their position to better correct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. Get out. You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps brings them directly through Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that's been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe. Then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality. Their expression of fear, an afterimage that slowly fades. You must act quickly.
Oh no! Another drive! Oh, branch 1, branch 3, branch 2, and the mainframe. Okay, branch 1, what do you need?
Another key.
Okay, it's a good thing we have 2 1s with us, isn't it? I need 4s! No! Oh, or a 6. I have a 6. Give.
And 5.
Ah, I have 1s! I need a 4 and a 5. Or a set of 3s, either will work. I will come back for you. Branch 1. Let's cut it. The branch has been unlocked. Alright, what's here at the hub? Access manifests. Weightless Wanderer? Oh no. Okay. And I don't have any money to get across here. I need 100. I only need 100. Okay. And I do have to go talk to this guy. All right. Let's see, what do you got? The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender's ignoring him. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper. He turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Come here, take their chits. Stay silent. The bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they've cut him off. Hey! He slams a hand into the bar. Come take the chits! The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun, stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back. If you would. The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Point the gun at Ethan. Ethan turns his head in your direction a little, a sharp pale eye locking with yours. The bartender backs away. Oh! He turns on the stool. Oh, sleeper, he stands. This is more like it. Wait. You hold the gun steady, training it on his head. Ethan smiles. Like the dog that caught the car. He turns to the bartender and mock whispers, I'm not sure they know what to do with it. Wait. You keep the gun on Ethan. Ethan smiles at the bartender. Oh, well, he says, and grabs the gun, slamming it back into your face in a single move. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters into a surface. The hits a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps at the slate. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. SNR just screwed me. He grins manically. I canceled the contract.
He stands up.
To cancel the contract!
He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him.
I'll kill all of you,
he screams. He stumbles into the wall, spinning away towards the door.
I'll be back for that,
he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner.
Well, why is this still here? Ethan's vendetta? But you doubt you've seen the last of him. Oh no, we do have a timer going on. Oh my. Fine. All right, we do have an upgrade available. Oh, there it is. Our very last +1. Now we need 2 upgrade points to get anything else, and I really, all of these sound really good. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. That sounds amazing. Okay. All right, there we have it. I think that'll about do it for today. Thank you all for joining me. We will come back again next time and hopefully be able to roll enough 3s and 4s to get the keys we need to free our friend from the trap that we've fallen into. Thank you all for watching. I'll play it again later.